Testing 1, 2, 3. This is May 30th, 2012. Reality Supreme Being on the air, also known as HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte. Well, I'm standing here again at Starbucks in front of, with a backdrop over here of a hobby shop, Canoga Avenue, and it's a sunny day. Of course, we're going to talk again today about, actually today I'm going to talk about suicide. You know, a lot of people wonder about that subject. You know, in a lot of states, a lot of parts of the country, in countries in the world, they're, you know, it's illegal. I'm going, they should just make it legal. There are too many people in the world anyway. People who are harassed, beat to death financially, physically, mentally, like I have been for the last more than 30 years now. And all I can do is tape a video, and I don't get very many views. Probably the only people that view this are a few people that might know me. Or I've gotten a lot of responses, though. People saying, I put you on as a contact, or put you on as a friend, like on Facebook, that kind of stuff. But that stuff doesn't interest me. It doesn't have value. You people put more value in, you know, the main media, the TV studios, ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, BBC, even Al Jazeera. I know that I tried making contact with all of those media stations. They just get worse and worse. They are totally controlling the output of what you see on television. The government knows there's too many people. There's too many people in all the cities. All these politicians don't have the answers. People stepping on each other, living all over each other. You know, good habits, bad habits. Everybody has an addictive personality. When it comes to, you're addicted to food, you're addicted to good food, bad food, you're addicted to health, you're addicted to being healthy. It just goes on and on and on. In the end, you end up dying anyway. You can't take your cars with you. You can't take your coffee with you. You can't take your body with you. It's all gone. Your body's recycled into the universe. It's just cremated or buried. It doesn't matter. Either the bugs eat you or the fire eats you. Speaking of fire, let's talk about biblical stuff. The stories we're told in the Bible are like a nursery rhyme. When God destroyed the earth, supposedly, many, many years ago, when Noah was around, he made a promise. The rainbow was a promise that he wouldn't ever destroy the earth by water. Well, that's certainly not true, because there's a lot of places that have been being destroyed by water. And the ice is melting, so it's not all at the same time, but I'm sure a lot of places are going to be inundated by water eventually, flooding. So let's go on and talk about whether this book has really got any truth to it. The next time it's destroyed, it's going to be by fire. They already did a movie about that, the movie Knowing, with Nicolas Cage. The movie was released before the Gulf oil disaster. So, sure, if I had a bunch of real pretty girls right here and they were shaking their booty in front of here, I'm sure a lot of people would be watching. I bought a recent program called U-Star, which has a green screen, so I plan to do that on my way to death, on my way to death's bed, because I don't see any enjoyment. The women here in California are impossible to pick. They want to do the picking, but they want to play the game of come get me, even though they eventually make the last word as who's getting picked. And then on top of it, the guys are just as stupid. So, when you add up all the stuff and all the crazy, ridiculous things that are going on, and the fact that you're all paying taxes into a government that kills innocent men, women, and children in other countries, so you add it all up. It's more advantageous to say I'm going to die anyway, so why not just make some Dr. Cavour, make it legal, and I can go to a place where they say we can help you leave, give up your body, and that's it. My other videos already talk about why I have this attitude. I don't have to re-explain why I have the attitude. Go see the 180, 190 videos I've recorded. In the last 3 years, like I said, no one has bothered to lift a finger to help me. I've had a few people say, well, I can send you a few dollars here, a few dollars there. But that's not going to help. The kind of damages I have had, I deserve to win the lotto for like $500 million, $500 million. What's like that last woman month and a half ago, the one millions and 3 digits of millions of dollars, wins all this money. She's like 80 years old. I don't want $500 million when I'm 80. I mean, I showed you a picture of Rockefeller. David Rockefeller, he's an old man. What's he going to do with the Bilderberg Group? Why is he trying to still, manipulate and control? Because he's a control freak all his life. His dad was a control freak. His dad's dad was a control freak. You got nothing but control freakism. This morning I was walking down Valerio, and I saw a guy in a black pickup truck. The woman jumped out. She's standing in the middle of the street talking to him. Evidently, she was driving. He gets out. He sees me riding down the street, and I could see his body language specifically said he was going to jump on her and really start wailing on her. So he saw me coming, so his body language changed immediately, and he went and acted more like, can't you please, like he was talking to her very quietly. And she said something, and then he saw that I passed him by, and then he jumped on her. I mean, he was wailing on her and pushed her head against the car door and was beating her up. And then these women from the apartments on Valeria were yelling at him, saying, stop beating that woman up. So anyway, that happened this morning, and they got his license plate. He throws her in the truck, and then he drives off down Valerio. Well, that kind of stuff happens all the time. But they don't have any solutions for it. Telling you that the solution is throw them both in jail. The solution is that your politicians are stupid, all of them. It doesn't matter who they are. You got letters to the president. Obama gets there. I get 10 letters. Oh, we saved 10 letters for him, and he wants them every day, and he reads them. And then Obama's on television. The Bilderberg puppet, another Bilderberg puppet who replaced Bush, who's another Bilderberg puppet, big money interest puppet. So then they get there and they say, we're going to, he says, a lot of these letters I get, he says some of them are nice. One woman wanted to say what she did constructively with her payment that, she got, that the government gave $200 to everybody. So anyway, then the next thing he says, some of these letters are angry. Well, I can imagine what the angry letters say. They say pretty much what I say, if not worse. So here's the president reading these letters, supposedly saying, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And they talk and they talk and they talk and they talk just as much as I do. I've got 190 videos on YouTube, and nobody cares. I haven't formed a coalition. I've got like maybe 6,000, 7,000 people that know about me, but they're not going to sit there and watch 190 videos. That's like watching Obama nonstop. You'd get sick of it. Or listening to a certain rock song or something over and over and over and over again. You're going to get tired of it. You need a break. But like I said before, if you listen to all my videos and you take notes and you write the most important stuff that makes sense to you, and you're educated in quantum physics and chaos physics, you're going to understand where I'm coming from. The rest of you who make negative comments and give me all that once in a while garbage, and it is really, compared to the 6,000, 7,000 people that have contacted me or said anything, there's only like, I can't even count them on 2 hands, how many negative comments I've got. So that tells me, that's like a statistic analysis. That tells me that there aren't that many people out there that are really putting me down. As a matter of fact, the only people putting me down is a minority, a complete minority. So if you really want to change things, you're not going to change things by going to this June 5th primary. Only the idiots go there. Only the morons go there. And if that is the majority of the country, then why are you keeping me here prisoner? You've taken my cars, my boats, my motorhomes. You've taken my motorcycles. In the last 10 years, your society has taken everything from me, and you had no right to do that. You even came on private property and took my stuff. Then you followed me to the haunted house over here on Nordhoff. You took my stuff over there. You threatened to take my stuff there. There wasn't one place I could be for any length of time without you people destroying me. So it's your society that did it. And now you want to paint yourself like you're an upstanding citizen and you vote and you pay taxes. You're full of garbage. You're full of crap. And you'll always be full of crap until you finally say, like in the movie Network, Peter Finch gets out there and he says, I want you to stick your head out the window and say, I'm as mad as hell, I'm not going to take any more of it. Well, yeah, I want you to stick your head out the window and say that, but I want you to do more than that. I want you to go to the banks, shoot the finger at Congress, state, federal, and local level, take your money all out of the banks. If you do that, the banks will fold. If the middle class and the poor, what little money they do have in the bank, because I know they have debit cards. Some poor people, I've seen them using debit cards. One guy tried to tell me, poor people don't have any money to put in the bank, so that can't be a very good protest. What a dumb idiot to make a comment like that to my YouTube. He's stupid. He doesn't have any brains. He needs to go back to school and learn the real art of statistics. So anyway, so these statistics go on and on and on. You got young people, old people. You got all these people, they got some kind of bitch about something somewhere, and instead of all collectively coming together, you don't. You keep paying taxes to the government. If every person who's going to vote in this next election told the Congress and the states, you're not going to pay your taxes, what are they going to do? They won't have an army big enough to put that many people in jail. This is a situation that is going to get out of control, way out of control. And if somebody doesn't soon do something about it soon, and what I mean is to form a collective, then you deserve what you're going to get. In a natural disaster, all these people are claiming there's not enough money. There was enough money to do the Iraq war, and Afghanistan, they're still in there. They're killing innocent men, women, and children, even with friendly fire. That's how you create terrorism. See, the government knows that now they've checked me out. All my videos have been checked out. They said, well, he's ranting and raves so much, and he's got 190 videos. Nobody's going to listen to those videos anyway, so he'll never be successful. And that's what they're thinking. He'll never be successful at forming a coalition to bring this country to a complete halt, just like Gandhi brought India to a complete halt. If Gandhi can put the country to a complete halt, then I can too. So this is where you, the citizen, can actually do something about this. It's at 13 minutes and 30 seconds here. So that's all you got to do. Take your money out of the banks and kind of coalesce on the internet, send your messages all to each other and say you're all at the same time not going to pay your taxes. You know what will happen? They'll have to shut down Afghanistan. Of course, the government will go on TV, the control TV, the mainstream media, and they'll say, if you do this, if you people continue to do this, we won't be able, we're going to have shortages in gasoline and shortages in food, and the shipping industries are going to stop, and the big truckers aren't going to be able to bring food to your house. Well, let me tell you, the truckers are harassed all the time. They get tickets right here on Canoga and Deering. They haul their big vehicles like that. Howard Summers Towing, Keystone, they tow all those away, and yet those same trucks have to pay thousands of dollars to a city that's just greedy. Cities were originally built for people to help each other, not to attack each other's neighbor, not to turn people in, except for the most serious reasons. Serious reasons like if you got a drug house in the neighborhood, or if you got stuff like that, or domestic violence all the time, or something going on that's really violent in your neighborhood. That's worth a call in to officials. But cars in the backyard, posse members being hired by the city council to turn people in, all that does is cause grief, hurt, and in the next earthquake, if that person knows you're the one that called and the house falls on you, you think that person's going to pull you out of your house? You know what that person's going to say? Screw you. Die, buddy. You made life hell for me, and you did it anonymously, but I found out it was you. So there it is. In today's world, it takes a long time for a person to die. When you get sicknesses, the sicknesses move through your body at the atom level, and that's what's happening to me. So it may be years before I finally succumb from dental sepsis or blood in the stools or my appendix bursting maybe, or who knows what. All right, so we're going to stop this now and check the recording. Maybe we'll talk to you later.